Hello, my name is Diego Cabrera and this is my individual project. My role is ecology and natural resources, my tool is nanobiotechnology, and my problem is deforestation. My project is called Deforestation, making allusion to the real problem, and I'm going to explain how to finish this problem. Now, contextualization. My city is Toluca, officially called Toluca del Lerdo. It is located in the state of Mexico and is part of the municipality of Toluca. It has a population around 16 million and 100 people, with 8 million and 300 women and about 7 million and 800 of men, according to INEGI. Mainly, it is one of the most fastly growing cities in Mexico, and it is the fifth with the most people inhabiting in the city. It is located in the central state, in the area of the state of Mexico, and its area is about 452.37 square kilometers. And it is also an important industrial center because of all the manufacturing processes that are carried out here, and all the imported and exporting material to other cities of Mexico. Toluca has a wide range of natural resources and outstands because of its high level of biodiversity and different variety of plants and animal species. Its vegetation is composed by pine trees, aile, ocote, and oyamel type of trees, and on the other hand, it counts with animals typical from Mexico such as koalas, alarkin, dwarf chara, white-tailed deer, teporingo, roadrunners, and raccoons. Toluca is facing the environmental problem deforestation, since the concentration of forests in this city is disappearing rapidly. In ecologic national parks like Nevado de Toluca, deforestation has finished with 156 hectares each year, and the number of trees per unit area decreases due to the extraction of forest resources for commercial purposes. Now, talking about nanotechnology in Toluca, one of the many applications of this to help the environment is the development of many products for coating, protection, and waterproofing of different surfaces such as glass, ceramics, and metal. Industrias Protect is a Mexican enterprise which has more than 50 different brand products nano-proofed for the protection of surfaces. Most Mexican companies work on this field of science. Deforestation is the issue that I chose, and it is clearly seen in Toluca, since its national parks and forests are being threatened by this problem. Deforestation can be seen through fires, plant cutting, agriculture, ranching, excessive logging for industrial processes, and it is also degraded by the change of the climate. This impacts the quality of life of people, and also it affects directly to animals and plant species. Would nanobiotechnology be used to modify the atomic structure of seeds to make them grow faster as the bamboo plant or the hybrid poplar that are artificially created to accelerate the normal growing rate of a plant? According to Secretaría de Medio Ambiente Estatal, the metropolitan zone of Valle de Toluca suffers from three serious environmental problems: water pollution, high percentage of airborne particles, and confinement of waste. There are 140 tons of pollutants, of which 93% come from the transportation sector, 6% of industries, and 1% of lands under vegetation. Toluca has some ecological places. The most important reserved area is Nevado de Toluca. It is the fourth highest mountain in the national territory, and its surroundings constitute part of Mexico's biodiversity. Its ecosystem provides 30% of the natural infiltration of water that feeds the aquifer in the valley located in the central region of the state of Mexico. It is recognized because of the Sinantequatl volcano. It is the only place in the world whose crater can be reached by road. Another area is Área de Protección de Flora y Fauna del Nevado de Toluca, which is a natural protected area of Mexico that wants to preserve a natural space located in the upper hills in the Nevado de Toluca. On the other hand, there are certain types of plants which are characterized by having an increasing growth rate. Some examples are the laurel cherry tree, which is a fast-growing tree that owes its name to its purple fruit, Eugenia, a tree from South America that has a great fast growth, which can reach 2 meters in 1 year, and reeds and trees that are very fast-growing plants. The fact that they are able to grow at a faster rate than others makes them special and might be used in the future for ecological purposes. Forests are essential to extract natural resources. They cover 31% of terrestrial lands on the planet. They are important since they produce oxygen and provide homes for people and wildlife. Currently, this situation is clearly seen in Toluca. Firstly, because there has been a lot of permissions for logging, especially in Nevado de Toluca. The last October 21st, Secretaría del Medio Ambiente y Recursos Naturales presented the new management plan for this protected natural area. This document authorizes the commercial logging for 17,000 hectares of forests, in other words, 33% of the territory of this natural reserve. The most affected tree types where commercial logging is permitted are pines, oyamel, and aisle trees, which border the rivers Escoba, La Ciénega, Las Cruces, among others. Different species of shrubs and herbaceous species grow in these forests, which provide food and shelter for birds, rodents, small and medium-sized mammals. Most of these species of animals are classified as threatened and endangered, which might disappear thanks to the commercial logging permission given by the president. The study, design, and creation and application of materials, apparatus, and functional systems through the control of matter at nanoscale. In the last 10 years, it has been proven that the organization of matter at a nanometric scale is the key of the future. There was a nano-era where it was possible to manage the fundamental and molecular structure of matter, that has opened a whole new world to very little scales as it is the nanometer, which equals to 1 millionth part of a millimeter. The nanobiotechnology and biomolecular engineering are changing paradigms concerning the components and integration within cells. Nanobiotechnology is my technological tool, and this is the convergence between nanotechnology and biotechnology. It is the branch of nanotechnology that is projected as having the great impact in the near future to its important applications, especially in diagnostic and therapeutic. Other important application is the GMOs. It means genetically modified organisms, which are plants and animals created in laboratories by inserting genes from one species into the DNA sequence of another kind of species, offering a new way of life. Now identifying the variables. At the top we have my dependent variable, which is deforestation in Toluca, and this is going to depend on these independent variables. First, we have there is an excessive logging for commercial purposes, and this is affecting deforestation. Also, we have plant cutting for agriculture, which is also very excessive. We have another independent variable, which is a decree that legalizes commercial logging, agriculture, livestock, and other extractive and commercial activities. Since the government permits a lot of treaties to deforest some forestal areas, and which sometimes they legalize it to extract more natural resources. We have the lack of governmental policies that should be balanced, the natural law by planting young trees to replace older trees felled. I believe that this is something that is missing in the policies from the government to control the how many trees are cut off and how many they are planting, and the legal procedures to have more remote forests for commercial activities, which is also a variable that affects deforestation. My established hypothesis is, if Toluca's environmental policies adopt an ecological preservation law along with the use of nanobiotechnology to speed up the growing rate of crops of felled trees, Then there will be a balance in the natural preservation of vegetation and natural species by having the logging activities under control and compensate them with more green lands. And how am I going to use nanobiotechnology? Well, there is a project that is GMOs, genetically modified organisms, which this consists that at an atomic rate, the particles are modified in order to change their characteristics. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to modify the seeds or the crops of the most felled trees in Toluca, which are the oyamel and ayl tree, also as pines. And I'm going to put the characteristic to grow fast at a faster rate with trees like Eugenia, the cherry tree, and the reeds and bamboo plants, which have a fast-growing metabolism, so that plants can grow in a faster way, and we don't have to wait so much time trying to get those areas reforested. In order to achieve my proposed solution, the next steps must be followed. First, summon a meeting with the people from the cabinet of Toluca's Comisión Nacional de Áreas Naturales Protegidas and renegotiate the management plan to regulate the legal commercial activities in Nevado de Toluca and preserve this national park. Elaborate a new environmental policy and present it to Secretaría del Medio Ambiente y Recursos Naturales of Toluca to set up this law and dictates that for each felled tree, 2 more trees should be planted in the area being deforested. Now, in order to use nanobiotechnology, there will be an investment for the Mexican government destined to gather nanobiotechnologists and biotechnologists to start working on this new project, copying the GMOs and apply this kind of technology to seeds. It will take a place in the laboratories of Toluca and universities like Universidad Autónoma del Estado de México or ITESM Campus Toluca. Then put scientific tests into practice by inserting genes from tree species with a fast-growing rate into the DNA sequence of tree seeds that have been felled the most in Toluca. Then wait for 2 or 3 years as the maximum time to get successful results, and then apply this new technology in most barren places and wastelands in Toluca, as well as in Nevado de Toluca, to start to forest the erosion grounds led by deforestation, and finally expand this technology to other parts of Mexico. Now, with all this information, we can say that Toluca is perishing thanks to deforestation, which is seen in Nevado de Toluca. Since Enrique Peña Nieto launched the new decree, the management plan, which legalizes some activities such as commercial logging, agriculture, livestock, and other of these activities. Also, the important realize that Toluca is a natural landscape. It's a natural landscape which inhabits some animal species, around 1,127 animal and plant species. Deforestation has caused that 54,000 hectares that there were in 1937, now there are 12,000 hectares that are being threatened, and with 70,000 which are preserved, but they are in great danger. That's why we have to preserve this area. This graph shows the nanobiotechnology's usage and the new environmental policy impact on these trees. With the use of nanobiotechnology, the normal time that it took for each tree to mature and height 8 to 12 meters will be reduced to the half of time to do so. Finally, the environmental policy put into practice will demonstrate that depending on the amount of felled trees, there will be planted the double of felled trees. All this is made in order to reforest with the same type of trees at a faster rate and not having to wait too long. The use of nanotechnology nowadays is bringing great benefits to people in several aspects of our lives. Its application in medicine, food, textiles, and biological systems is taking technology to a whole new level to enhance life quality. Nanobiotechnology, my tool, is a technology that would make possible to modify trees crops at an atomic level, change the normal growth rate of trees, and accelerate the time they take to become mature and grow tall. This is why this is an important technological tool, because it can make possible things that we never imagined. So, the established hypothesis to compensate the consequences of deforestation in Toluca is correct, since it could be possible to afforest more lands with the 3 trees that are felled the most in Toluca at a faster rate, reducing by half the time they take to grow and not having to spend so many years to have the forest reforested. Well, this is my final project. Thanks for watching.